Hi guys, so I just wanted to share a little journal that I've finished off to pop into my Etsy shop. And I'll put the size and number of pages and all that sort of information in the Etsy listing. Okay, so it's a single signature and it's made out of some beautiful upholstery fabric. Isn't that pretty? So that's the back. That's the front. Now I've put a ruffle. This is some coffee dyed fabric, coffee dyed cotton fabric. Put a ruffle down the front with this was a scrap of fabric off. Where is it? This was the selvage from the red fabric that you would have seen in my Oriental journals, and it's just really beautiful. So it matched the color of the roses or flowers on the cover, so I've popped a strip of that down the middle, and I have not put a closure. So usually I'll put a closure onto my journals, but this one I had planned to keep it very simple and not too fat. So I wanted to make a very lightly embellished journal, so that I know a lot of people like to embellish their journals as they go. I mean, that's what they're for. So this one I've just done very light embellishments, not too much in there, and it also keeps the price down as well. So for people that are writers, you know, they like to write a lot and embellish their journals as they go. So I've put a ruffle down the front because this was the fabric sample book, like that, and this was the top. And when you get these fabric sample books, they're a combination of glue and really big staples, and so there's little holes along that side and some glue marks and a little bit of paper or hot glue and paper mark that was there from the page above it, the fabric sample above it. So I didn't want to cut that strip off because the journal would be too narrow then, although I do love narrow journals. So I've just put a ruffle down there to hide the little holes from the staples and the glue, and actually I think it went really well. I quite like it. So anyway, let me get into it. So as I said, single signature. This is a fabric pocket. When I say fabric pocket, it's got cardboard behind it and fabric glued a little and then sewn around the edges so it doesn't keep fraying. And I always put the fabric pockets onto, well, not always, depending where the pocket is, but I like to put the fabric on top of some cardboard just to make the pocket more sturdy, and so that it doesn't keep fraying around the edges. This is vintage fabric. It's really pretty. I have a feeling it may have been intended for Christmas fabric. I'm not sure. But really pretty. Okay. Oh, the inside lining, you'll see, hangs over the edges. That inside lining is actually the drop cloth of when we painted our house. So my husband and I painted the inside of the house, and this was the drop cloth. This is from some years ago, and we were reusing the drop cloth, and I had washed it and hung it on the line, and it was huge. And at the time, this is going back a couple of years now, I thought, ooh, that's really nice when you rip it and it frays, because it's, that nice thick kind of calico material. And so I was chopping bits off, and in the end I just took the whole drop cloth into my craft room, and I've been using it ever since. I think it just frays really nicely. Now I have done a zigzag stitch around the upholstery fabric, so that it goes over the edge a little so that it doesn't fray any further. So that's as far as that'll fray. There's a little bit here that may fray some more because it's got a little bit more fabric left than the rest. But I think it just looks really nice, those little bits over the edges. So that's the drop cloth. So you will see little bits of paint on here. White paint. Okay, so in this first pocket, I've just got some little postcards, well, pictures of postcards that I've cut out of a stamp auction catalogue, and I've backed onto some coffee dyed paper. So that's the first one. Look at that script writing, so beautiful. That's the other one. So because these are out of magazine pages, like they've got a bit of a glossy finish. But if that annoys you, you can clear gesso over the top. This one was going to New Zealand. And this one. So these are just, you know, little journaling cards. I love that writing. Okay, so they just go in there. I love the colour of that one. Okay, now on the front page, I've covered a coffee dyed paper with this gorgeous embroidered tulle. I think that may be what it's called. So you can still see the coffee staining behind it. But look at those. I hope you can see. My room is so dark. I need better lighting. Well, it's not dark to me, but on camera it looks dark. I don't know why. Anyway. But look at those little flowers and the little leaves. It's so pretty. So all I did, I didn't glue it down or anything. I just took a page and stitched around the edges with a very small zigzag stitch in white thread. And I just think it looks so beautiful. There's the back one as well. Because it's embroidered, it gives you nice texture as well. Okay, so let me get on with it. So that's lace down a coffee dyed paper. This is a page out of an antique auction catalogue. Coffee dyed papers. This is a page out of a diary. It's got really pretty pictures in it. So this was quite a long diary, so the date and everything up the top is cut off. So that's just a little fold out. Now here, this little guy, I purchased some little tiny scrappy tags from Rayleigh's shop, that's Crafts from the Dungeon, and she had a few of these little circle tags in there, which I thought were so cute. I don't know if they were part of the pack or she popped in some extras, but I just thought it was so super cute. And it kind of looked like a little medallion or a little charm to me. So I've just put a little bit of string. I always make stuff from scraps off my desk. So I had some string, a little bit of cotton fabric and a little scrap of this coffee dyed fabric from the front ruffle. And all I've done is just sewn the bit of string there to hold it on to the fabric, and a little stitch there just so that the little strings sat nicely. Otherwise they keep flopping down the page. But I thought it made a really cute little I don't know, little scrap fabric medallion or something. Isn't it gorgeous? And it still moves. It's like a little charm. I love those little scrappy tags. Actually, here's some of them here. Look, I'm going off on a tangent, aren't I? So you would have seen these when I opened my order or package from Rayleigh's shop. See, she put these little circle ones in as well. They're just little scraps of fabric and bits of bling and stuff on them. Anyway, I thought they were so gorgeous. I sat there punching out food packaging cardboard to make some myself, because I'd like to make some more of the little scrap fabric medallion thingies, whatever they're called. Anyway, get on with it. So, vintage music paper, coffee dyed paper doily. Oh my gosh, I have not used one of these in so long in a journal. I used to always put them in, but yeah, I've got a big pile of them. I just never use them. I think they look cute though. Some vintage dictionary page. Little half page. 2 little half pages. I must say I'm not a big fan of the little itty bitty pages. Yeah. I popped them in because I know a lot of people like them. But I think if I'm a journaler, maybe that would bug me. I don't know. Actually, no. Maybe it's just the half-lined page I don't like, because I don't actually mind half the coffee dyed page. Anyway, it's in there. It is actually good to use them up because I always end up with all these little pieces. Now down here I've put a teeny tiny little pocket, and I have a video on how I fold these pockets, but normally I make them quite large. I'll put the link down below, but I folded it in exactly the same way. It was just a smaller piece of paper. And in there I've put another one of Rayleigh's teeny tiny little tags. That's why I made the teeny tiny pocket. Look, I've got threads everywhere. Because I had this teeny tiny little tag that I wanted to pop in here. That's just a bit of stamped edge of a book page that I've just glued down as an embellishment. And I've put a teeny tiny little scrap, focus, with a little piece of, with a little music note thingy on there. I don't know, what can you write in here, 1 or 2 words, but I just thought it was really cute to go in that teeny tiny little pocket. So this page, this was a coffee dyed page. I've been coffee dyeing a whole bunch of random book pages to make up some coffee dyed collage paper packs. So not plain coffee dyed papers, because everyone has those. These are just collage coffee dyed paper packs. But this was the front blank page out of a book. I'm not sure what writing that is. I have no idea. But yeah, that was like a title page or something out of the book. Some coffee dyed diary paper. Some accounting notebook paper. I can't recall what this was out of. Some sort of vintage book, but I just love the colour and the tone and the feel of the paper. It's that, you know, rough old paper. This is just a page out of a picture book. Now, I didn't put it in for that image. It was this gorgeous image in the centre. Oh, I wish the glossy didn't show up so bad on camera. But yeah, it's a glossy page, but look at that gorgeous picture. This was just a close-up of a flower with pollinated stamen. Really pretty. I just love that picture so much, so I made it the center page. Usually I put a a pocket in the middle of a journal. But I thought that picture was so pretty. I just wanted to leave the whole thing as is. Isn't that gorgeous? I just wish it had the little bee in the picture as well, because that would have been so cool. But yeah, it worked out well. It had a pretty red rose on the other side, so I left that uncovered as well. In the center, I've left the strings in the center fairly long. And on the bottom of one, I've put a little butterfly charm. And on the other is a little flower charm. Now, they dangle out of the journal. If those annoy you, you can just snip them off and use the little charm somewhere else. That's the other side of the dictionary page. I love the old dictionary pages with you know, the little pictures. I did have some vintage dictionary paper packs in my Etsy. I'm not sure if I've got any left in there. I may have one or two, but if you do want one and there's none in there, I can't remember. If there's none in there, just let me know. I can make up a few more and relist them. This is some heavy coffee dyed paper with lace. I don't know why. I just think lace on heavy coffee dyed paper looks so nice. And pink ruffles on heavy coffee dyed paper. I don't know why. I just like that combo. Okay, so these are the other side of the pages you've already seen. Just a little deer. Okay, this is just a coffee dyed page, but it's as a fold out to give you extra writing space. And that's just some little pieces of fabric with some vintage floral fabric on top. It's the other side of that calendar page, and just got a strip of floral fabric down the edge where it opens. I love that floral fabric, so pretty. Here I've just got a postcard. It's not an old postcard, but it's got a picture of Punt Road, Melbourne, 1856. Some of the first commercial vineyards in Victoria, looking towards South Yarra. I love the old pictures like that. So some of you lovely ladies from Melbourne may know that area. I'm not too familiar with Melbourne. I only used to go down to Bendigo for work. Just paper clipped on. That's the a vintage antique auction book. You can see some, like, I don't know, water staining or something down there. I love the auction catalogues. They're the best. Some more lace trim pages. This lace is sewn down the page, so you see the stitching on the other side. And that's the back. Isn't that pretty? And I've put a little pocket in the back, and oh my gosh, this is so adorable. You know, when you buy old books or secondhand books, sometimes in there you find, I don't know, little bits of paper or tickets or notes or something. In this book, I found a really old piece of, like, wrapping paper. And look at the discoloration on that. I just thought it was so pretty, and look, it's been folded so long, it's kind of coming apart. But look at the picture on there. How cute is that? I don't know, I just thought that was so adorable. It's ripped up the top. Still got the little piece of tape there. I can just imagine like a grandma getting a present from their grandkids or something and unwrapping it and keeping the wrapping paper. I don't know. Because it was in a book, so she kept it in there flat. So that's exactly how it was when I found it. I just thought it was really cute. So I've popped that in there, and you could maybe, I don't know, make some tags or something out of it, or find a use for it because it's really pretty. And you can tell it's really old. Okay, and that's the back. So that's my little journal. He did get a little bit chunkier than I had anticipated, but that's okay. If you want, you can always, I don't know, you can always like just tie a bit of fabric around him to keep him shut, which is normally what I do with my cloches. But this one I like just as it is. Okay, so that's it, and this will be in my Etsy shop if you're interested, and the link is down below. And thanks for watching. Bye.